Now is one of these times where we find out if it makes more sense to do something yourself or pay a shop to do it. So I partially stripped this bolt, which is a 10 by 125. I cleaned up the threads by tapping it, and it did take torque, so I have ridden it like this. However, I will show a picture of what it looked like. It's not. I don't have total confidence in this bolt and the where it threads into. So I bought a new bolt, and I got a Time Sert insert for the threads. I've never done a Time Sert before, so I'm going to do a test hole. When I've done heli-coil, it took me a couple tries to get them to work right. I've now done heli-coils enough that I can do it, but the first couple tries did not work. So I'm going to do a test run with this into a piece of aluminum. We'll see how it goes. If I'm able to do this myself, it cost 120 bucks for the Time Sert kit. If I don't do it well and the shop is able to do it, then that will cost 160. If it's unrecoverable, then I'll have to buy a fork lower leg, which will probably be about $500 to $700. So it's pretty important not to screw this up. Alright, so I made a big old hole there. It's 9.5 millimeters. So if I made it 10, then I don't think this would, I think it'd be too big. So this is the pilot drill. I don't know what you call it. Maybe it's called that. Maybe it's called something else. But it's the drill for the Time Sert hole. My fancy lubricant there. This thing is getting so much bite. It was really hard to use, and I noticed it has a square bit on the end, so you're probably meant to do this very carefully by hand. So I'll probably do the actual fork leg like this, and it'll be much more controlled and careful. Anyway, so that's drilled out. Whoop. So now the bolt will just fall through there. You then, well, they countersink, which I guess I'll do. Sure, why not? I'll definitely have to do that on the caliper mount. But then the threaded tap, taps the threads that the insert goes into, and then the bolt goes into the insert. For practice, I mean, that's what this all is for. I'm going to do it and then do the countersink. A little bit tedious. I think on the actual fork leg I'll go slightly deeper, but for practice I think that's fine. Proof. So this is the crucial step. This has to go in nice and even. My high-tech super lube here. Little bites, lots of patience. The first 5 or 10% is absolutely crucial. There we go. Once it started, it's not so bad. Zero effort means it's all the way through. All the way through. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Gorgeous. I don't know if there's a trick to getting these in. This comes with use oil on insert driver. Okay. Sounds like there is a trick to getting these in, which is to use the insert driver. Wow, beautiful. Alright, I should now have a steel bolt hole, which is pretty close to flush. I think I definitely could have countersunk a little more, but I knew that when I started. And now the bolt should go nicely through there. Wow, no problem. Sexy, sexy.